Right, so 165, Nick Kiussis for West Virginia, Andrew Shomers for Oklahoma State. Kiussis on the year 14-5, 7-4 in duels. Shomers 7-3, 54-16, as you mentioned, an Edinburgh transfer, redshirt junior. Rich get richer, right? Oklahoma State had plenty of talent on its own. You go out and you get a kid in Shomers, and the kid that did not travel in this weight class is Chandler Rogers, who's number 6 in the nation. So you've got a 6 or a 17 in this weight class.
Right. So I mean, well, that's what programs attract, right? Mm-hmm. And so obviously that is what Tim wants to build here. So we just talked about it, that at Edinburgh, where he was there were 4 guys who have transferred out pretty much since he left, and more than that. So that was a type of program that he had there, because those guys were committed. They really loved some of the things they were doing. So that's what he's going to try to build here at West Virginia, with more resources in order to go after things, and in a more competitive league in some sense too. So those things are indicators of really the kind of the power of Tim Flynn when you think about it, right? Because and I know everybody's going to say, well, you know, you're going to a school and it's not so much. It is the coach, and it is the staff, and it is the program. Those are the things. That's where you're going to spend a lot of time. Those are your brothers. That's your family. So it's a very different thing than just going to school.
Yeah, you can sell facilities and you can sell culture, but the coach is the one that has to be doing the selling. Right,
exactly. And he's got to follow it up after you get in. Oh, nice takedown by Shomers.
So Shomers up 2-0. Now up to 8 seconds of riding time here in the first period. Mounts here still searching for their first takedown of this match.
Did we really not have a takedown?
Yes.
You know what I almost sounded like is Harry Doyle. Did we not get one hit?
That's right. That's all we got.
One hit.
One takedown. But no, I mean, that's a credit to Oklahoma State. West Virginia's got quality wrestlers, just not being able to do much against quality wrestlers for Oklahoma State. Kiussis
nice
able to reverse it.
There you go.
So no takedown, but it's a 2. We'll take it.
You're exactly right. That's a first. Is that the first offensive point?
Yes.
Did we get it? Yes. Holy
cow.
That is
right.
Well, let's not screw that up and give up another offensive point. Oh, that was close.
So we'll start the second period at 2-2. See the.
Yeah, Shomers just gets the leg up on his shoulder now. Now there are guys who put their leg up on their shoulder, they don't care, but they're super freaking flexible, right? And not that Kiussis isn't, but he's not that flexible. There's a reversal.
Kiussis was the only Mountaineer to win last year. Actually got a pin against Dalton Moran of Oklahoma State. Cowboys are 13-0 in this series all time. They wrestled each other from 1927 to 1930 every year, and they didn't wrestle again for 66 years.
There's another reversal. Just a nice job with his hips.
So 2 reversals for Kiussis, leads 4-2, and now an escape for Shomers. 4-3. 38 seconds of riding time in favor of Kiussis. Excuse me, in favor of Shomers. Again, an entertaining match.
Yeah.
Well wrestled, this one.
That's what we want. Now, some of it could be weight class and whatever, right? But what you're starting to watch is a little more straight in front, a little more push. You know, it's like button heads like rams, right? We're pushing against one another, and but it's really not a weight class thing. It's a decision that you're making about how you go about doing things. So they're real content on trying to, you know, pull each other's head down and do that sort of battling in there that way. But you want to be able to move your feet to change some angles.
So 20 seconds left here in this period. Nick Kiussis trying to get the Mountaineers on the board as a team, winning 4-3. 2 reversals, 1 in each period. A difference in the favor of the sophomore from Brunswick, Ohio, going for his 30th career Mountaineer win today. Just 1 period away, 4-3 lead.
So here's that reversal, and Shomers just sort of sits there, and Kiussis, you see him push the thigh down in order to get some leverage and get his hip through, and then he's got a nice, pretty easy reversal after that. Now the problem is, they're almost in the same spot that they were. He's going to try to swim out. He's going to end up potentially, if he's not careful, giving himself up a reversal here. Well, does a nice job of staying inside of it, but that's going to be one for an escape, though.
So we're tied at 4. Riding time should not be a factor. 17 seconds in the favor of Shomers.
So if you want to score, you got to bend your knees, right? You got to get down there. So when you get locked in these positions sometimes, and sometimes even people who do this really well, they still have their knees bent. They're not flat-footed and their legs aren't straight. What does that do? It means it helps you move. Otherwise, you have to bend your leg then in order to move, which telegraphs things for the guy that you're wrestling. So from the time you're little kids and they say stay in your stance, stay in your stance, stay down in your stance, this is why they say that.
.30 seconds left in this one. Tied at 4.
Unless somebody does something that they haven't done yet.
Good and bad.
Yeah. Well, Shomers, now he let him step on around that corner. That's not a good spot to be in for Kiussis. He's got the leg up in the air. Oh, and there's
gets away with it.
Well, you see Tim Flynn is like, what the heck are you doing? Why'd you let him get to the corner like that? Why'd you let him step around? He made that way harder than it had to be.
All right, so a minute of overtime here at neutral. 4-4 is the score between West Virginia's Nick Kiussis, Oklahoma State's Andrew Shomers, both ranked in the top 20 in the nation.
I don't know that was the best idea in the world. He had Shomers buried a little bit there, and he panicked somewhat and tried to jump over the back, and I don't know if that's going to cost him or not. And you want to kind of get your head up. Nobody really does have their head up and their hip down too well. It's an awkward position. Shomers is in a better shape at the moment, but Kiussis coming out the backside. Oh, he's on his back. And there's going to get a takedown right there with 13 seconds left, and Kiussis is going to win the match.
So big win for Nick Kiussis, knocking off number 17 Andrew Shomers. Kiussis, 20th in the nation, gets his 30th win as a Mountaineer, moves to 15-5 on this campaign. So West Virginia on the board. Team score now 20-3 in favor of